Okay, we can't talk about your uncle.
We've talked about my uncle. We could bring it up again because that was a
Her
different
uncle.
podcast.
Her uncle.
Tell brown skin foreskin
Okay,
about it.
Brown. I can't do both of them. I got. It's got to. Let's condense. We got to condense his name.
Okay,
I can't
okay.
fucking do it.
Okay,
So
foreskin.
no brown.
Brown skin.
Yeah, brown. Cause he's brown.
Okay.
You look very brown to me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So basically, Khalyla's uncle sawed his other brother in half with right.
You didn't saw him in
with
half.
hacked him, killed him
No.
with a machete.
He sliced them in half with a machete, but he
Okay,
didn't
what's the
use
difference?
there's one thing if you use a machete and there's another if you use a saw.
All right. Okay. He.
Like,
So my bad. So
imagine a fucking saw.
Yeah.
Like,
He murdered his own brother because his brother kicked him out of a house.
No, Bobby. God, you make him sound so awful. He's my favorite uncle. Just have a little bit of decency.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
All right. So what did he do?
I love
then?
him.
What did he do, real quick?
So, the uncle that got killed.
Yeah.
Okay, so the murderous uncle.
What's his name?
Are we allowed to say it? I mean,
Yeah,
he's in the
he's not gonna
Philippines. Who
listen to
cares?
this.
Shout out to my uncle Carlo.
Yeah, I met him.
My Cho Carlo. Yeah, my Cho Carlo.
So I'm gonna just say this too, and because when we were in the Philippines, Khalyla was in the hospital, and her uncle Carlo was there, right? And I'm scared because I know about that he killed somebody, so I was really scared. Like I was shaking, visibly shaking. And he walks up to me. I'm like, oh my god, here it goes. And you know what he says to me? Take good care of Khalyla. I go, excuse me?
What's the worst Filipino?
Yeah, no, that's what he said. That's what he sounded like. I go, excuse me? He goes, take good care of Khalyla. I go, I think he just said, take good care of Khalyla. And when he said that, I imagined him slicing me in half with a machete.
You know what he
And I
said
got so scared.
You know what he said in Bisaya afterwards,
What?
after he met you?
What did he say?
He said in Bisaya, let him know that I know I've been in prison for 15 years, but I'm still not afraid to scalp a man.
Did he really say that, or you just?
I
joking?
swear to God, he said that.
You swear to God he said that.
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking bullshit.
But I mean, I think
No,
that's
let me
just
tell you-
being
no,
down for
no,
your
no,
family.
no.
You know what I mean?
That is fucking bullshit.
Can I
Because
just
now,
tell
let me
his
now,
story?
let me just say this real
Okay.
quick though, okay? Now, when I see him, I'm going to be more scared because I loved my scalp. No, because I've had my scalp for like, for a very long
You're
time,
attached
and
to
I
your
enjoy
scalp.
it.
Yeah.
I put like shampoo on it,
Yeah.
and I wash it out. You know what I mean? I sometimes massage it. I love it. I'm cool with my scalp.
You definitely want to
I
keep
want it forever.
Yeah.
I want my scalp forever, right? In fact, I'm going to just say this. I want every one of my body parts with me till the end of time, till I die. My
Even
toes.
the fungus on your feet?
Let's not talk about that. But yeah, so anyway, talk about your uncle. Why did he kill
Oh, let's
his
just
other
fucking
brother?
backtrack 5 topics ago
It's
now.
okay. Go ahead. Tell everyone.
So my Carlo, my murderous uncle, he has 5 children. When all of this went down, all of his kids at this point were under the age of 12, and one of the younger ones has cerebral palsy, or like to a degree, and she also is she has cerebral palsy. So they live in the squatter area in the Philippines as is, right? And the squatter area is like a really, really poor area to begin with. So basically, one day, my other uncle who got killed went into his home and he was like, I sold this home because it was under their mother's name, but he got somehow like did some side shit to where he was able to sell the home and profit from it. And he was like, you and your family are on your own. And my uncle was like, basically understood that as, you're killing me. Like you're murdering me because you have no regard for what happens to my children, myself, my wife. I'm an electrician. I make fucking like an equivalent of like $2 a day. You're leaving me out in the middle of a rainstorm. And so my uncle took that as, you're not my brother anymore, and you don't have any love for me. You don't care what happens to my family. And he went crazy, and he took a machete and he killed he stabbed my uncle from the back in broad daylight, and he like severed his spinal cord and everything. So I'm not saying
I'm just
I
because
know
when
I
you-
fucking sound
I know,
crazy, but I
mean,
love him.
That's fine.
And I love my other uncle too, but it's
And guess what? I'm going to tell you this, and this is the truth, right? Jeffrey Dahmer's father loved Jeffrey. In fact, he visited Jeffrey all the time in prison, okay? And when Jeffrey Dahmer's father says, I love my son, I fucking believe him, right? But it's crazy.
Do you know why he's the uncle I love the most? Out of all my uncles, when I was swimming in the Philippines, and that's basically all my sister and I did, we would swim twice a day, train twice a day. He was the only guy who ever showed like an earnest interest in me and my sister's life.
Yeah.
Like he almost was like a second father. He's my sister's godfather.
Mm-hmm.
And so my mom, we really entrusted this man to, you know, to be like a good man. Like my mom would leave my sister and I with him all the time, and he was just a really nice person. My
Okay.
other uncles were a little bit more like aloof, you know, we didn't really like bond that way. But my uncle wouldn't have money oftentimes, but he
Same thing happened.
no, we're good. Where did we stop? It just stopped, right? Can you see what the last thing he said was? Like go. So, you know, this guy or my uncle, you know, I just remember him as somebody who I had great memories with. Like he was just a kind and generous man my whole life, and that's the only perception that I had of him, and that's the only perception I will continue to have of him, because when that whole thing in the Philippines happened, I wasn't present for it. I was already in the United States. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And even from prison, he would write us letters, and he was just, I don't know. I feel conflicted about it because I just, you know, obviously he murdered his own brother.